Does it feel weird to say that we are only on episode 5, or is it just me? But putting that thought away, this episode could likely be put in a crossover between Indiana Jones and Transformers if you ask me. So let's just jump into today's video for episode 5 filler episode Entombed. Wrecker and Omega are at a junkyard looking for a spare compressor, and the fact that they just happened to be inside in a model of a slave one really caught me off guard, at least judging from the front, of course. I think ever since she got that kaleidoscope from Momar has made her want to find more treasures like that, and it does bring joy to see that in that moment. Back at Sid's place, we get Fee telling Bolo and Ketch about surviving the grass from an octomorph. Though in the back are Echo, Hunter, and Tech, and he points out that she usually changes the story, which makes it obvious that these three are also listening to it. Yet they aren't as interested as Bolo and Ketch were, and then Wrecker and Omega come back just in time for Fee to finish off her story. Omega decided to share some of her findings that Tech points out that they should have just been left at the junkyard, yet Fee wanted to look more into her findings. She picks up the compass from the collection to find that there are coordinate markings from the Kaladar trinary system, even though treasure hunting hasn't gone well with the badge, at least Echo points out. Hunter eventually just agrees with finding it out, and just the tired face he makes just sounds like he just wants no business with it. During the trip, we get a sweet Fee and Omega moment, and honestly, I love this relationship they have. Even with Hunter mentions she's more of a pirate, Fee corrects it off as the liberator of ancient wonders. And when she mentions another story towards Omega, he just takes off like he doesn't want to hear it at all. The group then makes a landing and takes a look around the area until the compass makes an activating noise to head south. So Omega snatches it off his hands excitedly and follows where the compass goes until it deactivates at what looks like a dead end of a mountain wall. But that isn't the case since Fee uses her blade to move some rocks, and with Wrecker's help, the group discovers a secret entrance inside. And they now find themselves in the first puzzle room and discover etchings on the wall that are much older than the Republic age of time. Fee takes this moment as a pirate lore of Skara Null that they are in their way to liberate the heart of the mountain. The group notices that the symbols need to be aligned with the top, so they attempt to do that, but they find out that they set up a booby trap to shut the entranceway. The puzzle then becomes unsolvable until Omega becomes Coraline to look through the mirror of the compass and see that the symbols are glowing. By putting the mirror through the lantern's light ray, the compass then shines UV lighting to discover the glowing symbols were in the wrong positions. So the group fixes it up, and the entrance opens back up, and a new door opens in front of them to solve the first room. Okay, but sidetrack here, the music for this one room scene was kind of unnecessary with the opera music. Don't get me wrong, I love music like this for a puzzle scene, but I thought it was too loud as the first puzzle room. But the group continues on, and Hunter stops to sense they aren't alone, and Wrecker gets attacked by a creature up on the roof. With enough blaster shots and Wrecker's punches, the creature gets away and rubble begins to split off the group. Of course, with treasure hunts. Hunter, Omega, and Fee go further on to find a tunnel that Hunter decides to go first, but it becomes too apparent that it looks too easy to notice the symbols on the ceiling were glowing. But it was too late for Hunter to turn back, and as he fell through the ground, but he shot his grappling hook out for Fee and Omega to pull him back up. While Hunter is having a heated moment with Fee, Omega finds out there is a gap just the right size for the compass to fit in, and uses it to turn the tunnel with the light marks on the walkable way. Even though we saw a peek of Wrecker, Echo, and Tech in their tunnel way, they eventually make it back with the others and open a simple door to find the heart of the mountain. With carefulness, Fee makes her way towards the heart and attempts to recreate the Indiana Jones artifact trick. But what's different is that she doesn't have anything to replace the heart, and it doesn't go well. It turns out that the legend of Scaranal was actually a Megatron death weapon that they apparently activate, and the only way to turn it off is to place the heart back in its place. Even though Fee didn't want to, she came to her senses and tried placing it back, but the stone fell out of her hands, and now she has to retrieve it back. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention the fact that the creature from before came back, and Wrecker shouts for Omega to shoot the window for him to grab the creature's tail and throw it out the window. Fee almost falls, but gets saved by Hunter, and then they make it just in time to place the heart back in to not destroy the Marauder. Scaranov crashes to the ground, and the group makes it out alive, making it a 0/2 for treasure hunting that Tech points out. But all is alright, and oh yeah, I forgot to mention that Fee's droid male didn't survive the blast fire. Rest in peace. Yet Fee mentions that the droid's memory is safely stored in Fee's ship, and starts to tell another tale about a grail. Last Crusade mentioned to the end this episode, I guess. Honestly, to me, this episode felt very easy to know since I do enjoy treasure hunting movies in general. But now thinking about how Scaranal was activated with that first blow, let's just hope the Empire doesn't know about that incident. For me, this episode was an 8 out of 10 for me since I did enjoy it, but it just felt pretty obvious to me on certain moments that happened during this episode. If you guys have anything to say about this episode, put them down in the comment section and I'll see you guys next week. Bye!